Hello everyone, this is Bryant with AmusementSource.media, and we are here in San Antonio at SeaWorld San Antonio. Now, one of kind of the hidden gems here at SeaWorld San Antonio is their Aquatica theme park. So, they do have a theme park built in. It is extra admission depending on what your pass level is. We do have the top level pass, so it does come included. But we haven't been in the water park in a few years, and today we're going to give you an in-depth tour. They've added some new high thrill slides. They've added a new children's area. So there's definitely a lot to look at. It's a very pretty water park with a lot of great rides. So without any further ado, let's head inside. So we went through security, no problem, and basically to get to Aquatica, you come right through security, and instead of going over to the left, over where that big SeaWorld San Antonio sign is, you actually, or I should say the right, you actually just go over here to the left, and Aquatica is right here, front and center. So before you actually enter Aquatica, you run into Kiwi Traders, so if you need, some hats, glasses, sunscreen, that kind of thing, you should be able to find that in there, beach towels. And right to the right of that is where guest services and self-service ticketing is. Here you can do upgrades, you can get like your cabanas, and I don't know how flexible this price is, so it might be out of date, as this video goes on, but you can kind of get an idea of what is offered here at Aquatica. And like I said, they do have those self-service ticketing kiosks, which are always nice if you need to quickly print something out. And right as you come in, there is an animal experience here in Aquatica with the stingrays. Now, for those of you who have already been here before, one of the water slides here actually goes through this stingray exhibit. So it's pretty crazy, but it's really cool. There are a few other fun little animals in here. And of course, right on the other side of this pool is a stingray interaction and feeding station. So if that's something you want to do, you can go over there and check that out. Interact with the stingrays a little bit more. It's pretty cool. As we make our way down the main thoroughfare, you run into this zippity zappity children's area. You can see they do have life vests over here free of charge. You do have some children's slides. There are a set of restrooms up back behind here, but you can see this is just like a little play complex. Shallow pool. 1 feet 6 inches is what it says. You've got like some interactive little play pieces down there. So just a fun little area to hang out. They do have some loungers back here as well. This main entry thoroughfare kind of distributes right out over to Big Surf Shores, which is their big wave pool directly in front of us. They do have a bunch of shaded loungers in front. There is also a sign that tells you when the waves are going to start, so you do have some good warning out here if you're not super into the wave thing. So they've got about 1:45 before things get wild. And of course, just like in the main park, they have all kinds of food and drink offerings. You've got a Dippin' Dots stand, you've got this little refill station with snacks, you got a bunch of water over there, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And then you have Turi's Beach Bar, which is right here to the left of the Big Surf Shores wave pool. So if you want an adult beverage, some, cocktails, frozen cocktails, they've got all that stuff right here for you. So we just showed you the bar, and if you swing around to the right of that, you run into this play complex, which is called Walkabout Waters. So this is exactly what it looks like. You've got a bunch of interactive things, but you will definitely get wet in here. They've got that big bucket filling up top, and they do have some other smaller buckets, like you can see that guy right there. Yeah, but this bucket, I don't know. I just heard something. I think that means it's about to get wild. Oh, there goes the small one. What about the big one? We got to see the big one. Oh, here it goes. They're gonna eat it. Oh yeah. Well, if you need to cool off, that's one way to do it for sure. You can see some of the cabanas are up along that way as well. And that first children's area we showed you is actually just right up there. So you do swing around this way and you run into another set of restrooms. So 2 restroom locations really close to each other, which is great. So there's the restroom location we showed you. You swing around this way and you run directly into Tassie's Twisters and Hooroo Run, which are these slides right here. So feel free to pause. I will kind of show some of the rider requirements. 48 inches to ride for Tassie's Twisters, 42 for Hooroo Run. You can see 250 pounds for a single rider, 400 pounds for double rider on these. So just something to keep in mind. So you've got Tassie's Twisters and Hooroo Run over here. We're gonna swing to the left. We're gonna walk past Walkabout Waters so that we can get up to the other slides that they have. Now, you can also see there are some loungers along the backside of Walkabout Waters as well. So right next to these loungers is the pathway to Walhalla Wave, the big green one. And Walhalla Wave is that big dude right there. Look at that thing, it's wild. So here's a quick look at the Walhalla Wave rider requirements. So you gotta be 48 inches tall to ride. This attraction can seat 2 or 4 guests. The maximum tube weight can be 700 pounds. So this one's a little bit more friendly, I feel like. And of course you can have more people riding it. And it's definitely a bit of a light day here at Aquatica. You know, it's April, so, oh, here we go. We finally have someone coming down. All right, you can kind of see the boat going through. It's a little transparent. They're gonna end up in this, on this big wave-like structure here in just a second. You can hear them screaming. Oh yes, there they go. So we just came down this pathway right here. This is actually where Walhalla Wave exits out. And the really nice thing is they have a lift for the tubes. So you swing around this way and you run into Tamata Racer. So you can see you got to be 42 inches tall. And the max weight for one person is 300 pounds. But you see down here, you just grab a little raft. You do lay down on your stomach. You go all the way up those stairs and then you race your friends and family, strangers, comrades, I don't know, right down these slides right here. And as you walk away from Tamata Racer, you run into another lounger area. So plenty of seating in this little area over here for sure. All right, y'all, we actually have to backtrack back over to the wave pool and then head into the other half of the water park, which is on the other side. So we've rounded back to the other side of the wave pool, which is right down that way. You swing over here and you run into Cutback Cove, which is just like a little children's area. You can see they've got a couple slides up there, a little bit of a pool area. These pools max out at 4 feet deep, so just something to keep in mind. But this is intended for children. So, Big Surf Shores, wave pool, down that way. We've come up these stairs right here, and as you swing around, you run into Big Surf Snacks. It's just more like quick stuff. You've got like cotton candy, popcorn, drinks, that kind of stuff. And then Adaptations, which is another, you know, water park gift shop is right here. So, you know, like towels, bathing suits, all that kind of stuff can be found right here. So the Adaptations gift shop is right here. When you come down kind of behind it, you run into a food truck-like thing that serves up macaroni and cheese creations. You swing around this way, you run into another restroom location, which has some showers on the outside. And then over here, they have some mangonada ice cream. So we are kind of entering into some newer stuff that we haven't seen during our last visit to Aquatica. As we continue down this pathway, you run into the new for 2023 attraction, which is Kata's Kookaburra Cove, which is another children's area. They've got a splash pad here. You've got all kinds of fun attractions. They do have some of the little private loungers, a couple cabanas down here. Just a kind of a, you know, little off the beaten path children's area. You do also have all of your loungers over here. So this looks really nice. So right next to that new children's area, you have Waterstone Grill. And they kind of give you an idea. This is like a big kind of, what do you want to call it? Like a food court almost. It's a different stands. You can see they've got cheeseburgers, chicken tenders, grilled chicken sandwiches, salads, desserts, and of course soft drinks. As you walk around the back side of the Waterstone Grill, you run into another restroom location. So plenty of restrooms to utilize while you're over here, which is great. And they do have some more loungers over here that butt up to the lazy river. So let's go check out the lazy river, show you where you can enter that. So you've got your restrooms right here. You swing around to the left and you run into Loggerhead Lane, which is this kind of lazy river deal. Just a quaint little lazy river that goes around. You do have some loungers over here. You can grab yourself a tube down that way and get in. And it's pretty low intensity attraction. It is 2 feet 9 inches deep, so just keep that in mind. But definitely one of the calmer offerings here. All right, so we were just over here checking out the lazy river. You swing around this way, and you run into 2 more attractions that are new since we've been here to do a tour last, which is Kiwi Curl and Tonga Twister. You can see these are body slides that dump out kind of down by that new children's area we showed you. But the slides are really fun. They have all kinds of designs and stuff on them. So when the sunlight hits it, you get a little bit of a fun effect there. As you can see, single riders only. You've got to be 48 inches tall to ride, and this can hold up to 300 pounds for a person. So it's pretty big guy friendly, you know. You can see that splash pool is 3 feet 5 inches deep. So, and you can kind of see all the other rules there as well. So you swing around this way, and down in this little area is a bunch of lockers. So if you need a locker, you just come right over here. And of course, if you didn't go the way we went, if you came right up those stairs, you can kind of see the first restroom we pointed out that's by the Adaptations gift shop. If you just came up the stairs that are over there, you would run right into this huge locker bank here. So you can see your lazy river over there. We were just showing these banks of lockers. You come to the other side of the lockers up these stairs, and you run into Aihu's Breakaway Falls, which are more body slides, really high thrill body slides. You can see 48-inch height requirement, 300-pound weight limit. So you can kind of see as you go up this way, you've got all of these water slides twisting and tangling around each other. And some of these do have the doors, trap doors, I guess you should call them. I should call them. But there are another bank of cabanas over here as well. And right at the exit of Aihu's Breakaway Falls, you swing around and you run into Riptide Race. So you can see, do 2 riders up to 400 pounds, 1 rider 250 pounds, 42-inch height requirement. If you're between 42 and 48, you do have to have a supervising companion, and you can kind of see some of the other options there. So maybe not the biggest person-friendly thing in the world if you're bumping over 250, but definitely looks fun. It is also worth pointing out that right here next to Aihu's Breakaway Falls, lots more loungers with shade. So you love to see it. And you can kind of see off in the distance another rack of life vests. I know we've been bad about pointing that out, but they have those all around the water park. So we were just up that way checking out Aihu's Breakaway Falls. And once you come back down, you run into Stingray Falls, which is actually something we showed you at the beginning, because this is the slide that goes through that little Stingray exhibit. So must be 36 inches to ride. It can seat up to 4 people, max 3 adults, for a total of 800 pounds. So very family-friendly ride. And of course, right beyond the entrance to Stingray Falls is the Key Reef that we showed you, which is where you can interact with the stingrays. Alright everyone, that does it for this look at SeaWorld San Antonio's Aquatica water park. As you can see, plenty to do for kids, plenty to do for people looking for higher thrill. It's well themed, there's shade, there's free loungers, and then of course if you want to do the upgrades, there's all that too. One thing I didn't mention is there is quick queue available, so I would encourage you to go to SeaWorld San Antonio's website to check out the prices for quick queue if you want to use it in Aquatica. So can definitely make your day a little bit better because, you know, the hotter it gets, the crazier Aquatica is going to get. If y'all have any questions about SeaWorld San Antonio or Aquatica, let us know in the comments below. Make sure to check out amusementsource.media. That is where we have all kinds of information for SeaWorld San Antonio, past trip reports, park visits, to kind of help you plan your visit out here as well. We thank y'all for watching. Take care. We'll see you soon.